Well, hello and welcome everyone to another Sexy Truth event this year.
Hello everybody and welcome to the Sexy Truth Impact Edition.
Yeah.
Which is what we're here for tonight.
Very exciting, very exciting.
It is. I'm Alexander Lidgren. Most people call me Biggie. I am the CEO of the company formerly known as Cleantech Invest. A couple of minutes ago we changed name to Loudspring, so couldn't be a better time to actually have you all here and be able to tell you a bit about what we do. We'll have some of our companies up here. We have, well, Josh, tell us a bit what's going on. Josh will be our host of the evening.
I'm the host for the evening. I'm the communications director for Loudspring. We've got to get used to saying that. Mm-hmm. We've got a great night ahead. We've even got many of our high-performing portfolio companies here tonight.
We do.
All of them making great impacts globally, which is what we do.
Have some music?
We do have some music, some hip-hop. Yeah. Some very special musicians are coming on stage.
We have our own branded beer, IPA. So if you haven't tried it yet, please do so before they run out.
Go for it. Drink responsibly, of course, but enjoy. And we're going to finish off with, we'll have a bit of a visit from our new brand ambassador, Matti Heikkinen. The Finns in the room should definitely know him, and anyone who's ever strapped cross-country skis on their feet probably have a pretty good idea about him. So he's going to say hello.
World champion skier.
Yeah, that's right. And we're going to finish off with a few special videos that we've been working on ourselves as part of a series we call Human Nature. And we hope to hear what you think about those in the end. So you were going to talk a bit more about impact before you invite someone else on stage.
I am. And the last thing is actually an impact panel that is... We couldn't have asked for better guests for that one. So stay on for that. Yeah, impact. That's the focus of this evening. Of course, you'll hear what's going on in our case, and you'll hear a lot of exciting things. You'll even get some surprise music here. But impact is the theme, and for a good reason. You may not all know this, but our companies typically save natural resources. And it's a luxury for us because the more they grow their revenues, actually, the more natural resources they save.
It's really exciting to be here today. Our shareholders meeting just about an hour ago approved the name change from Cleantech Invest to Loudspring. And in a way, this is a celebration of both names. Cleantech Invest was like a ship that served us well for a time, but now we see so much opportunities with this new Loudspring. We have put out a release a couple of weeks ago about the name change and some updates to our strategy, and I want to a little bit comment on the both. We are a forward-looking company, and I really don't want to spend a lot of time discussing the past. But a lot of people have asked us why do we change name and why do we get rid of Cleantech Invest? And it is interesting that some of you may feel that what's wrong with that, but we have felt for a longer time that it was not serving us well. A lot of people tie that with the capital-intensive things that we are actually not so focused. We are focused on capital light, scalable things, and we decided to already 2 years ago that we're going to make a change. Cleantech has become such a buzzword, and we try to stay ahead of the game, so it's not serving us well. And investing is not really the thing that we do to add value. We have a team of 7-8 people, and we really work like co-entrepreneurs with our firms, and that's where we do the value add. We had, I remember this intimately, it took place like 2 years ago. We were using WhatsApp to bounce ideas of what the new name could be, and maybe we were 4 or 5 people in the core team at the time, and there was always somebody who objected fiercely to something, and then this Loudspring came up, and nobody objected, and I felt like a bingo. Now we found it, but it took like a long time before we implemented it. And I mean, a bunch of you must have read the release. Loudspring takes inspiration from a famous book by Rachel Carson that came out 50 years ago, The Silent Spring, which was about the pesticides, DDT, painting the picture that if these things are not controlled, then springs will be silent because there will be no singing birds. And luckily that situation has changed, and our Loudspring is like a related idea of a loud spring where birds sing and ecosystems are healthy. And we have gotten so much positive feedback. This name gives us so much opportunity to tell a story, and these things have become so important for businesses that it is going to open possibilities. We have many ideas in the pipeline, and Loudspring can grow to be. What we are aiming for is to make a mark on the global stage. Maybe I will say a few words about the strategy change. Or it's not a change, it's an update. We basically just said that instead of just being a minority owner in our portfolio firms, we look actively possibilities of going into majority ownerships and even 100%. And this is because our team, we work with a handful of our firms, and we feel that we are like the difference maker in many times, opening access to world markets and investors and other things. So we feel that we can best serve our shareholders by taking as big stake. But of course, this is, if we would do this, it would be done 100% in cooperation with the entrepreneurs. Everybody would need to feel that this is a synergetic value-adding proposition, and it's not that dramatic change to what we have done in the past. But it's one that opens us possibilities to do things that will add value and create an impact. Like Big and Joshua said, one of the maybe even bigger strategic changes is that we are really going to focus even more firmly on the impact. We have said for many years that our goal is to maximize our positive environmental impact by growing our firms, and we believe that when we do that, shareholder value will follow, and it has. And I think we are, even if I say so myself, I think we have been ahead of the curve in the world, and name change and strategy change is an instrument of us continuing to stay ahead of the curve. We will rely on Nordics as our sourcing area for technologies, but we really want to take them to the world stage, and we are really fortunate to have friends and potential partners from all over the world here tonight. I don't know. With these words, I will just hand it back to Joshua and Bikke, or whoever it is that has the next word. But thank you, and hope you have a really nice evening with us.
Great. Thanks a lot, Lassie. Well, I think impact. We may as well look to the world around us, the urban space that we're standing in now, and I might call on the first company or the first representative of Nuuka, who are very busy making the buildings of many cities.
By the way, before you do that, I just wanted to say one more thing. Yes. Before we started, I bumped into two shareholders here, and this is like something new to you. People who have like a really interesting resource efficiency ideas. Maybe not a business, but an idea that they are bouncing to us to develop. And that's why these kind of events are really adding value to us. We're really thankful for all of you coming here with these words.
Couldn't agree more. Extremely thankful. And Lassie, stay 2 seconds here.
Okay.
This is an informal event. You're all allowed to chat amongst each other. You don't have to feel too sort of orderly in that sense. And any questions from the audience are welcome throughout the whole evening. You don't have to either feel that you need to sit here and listen through. Just break in, raise your hands, shout out, whatever need be, and we'll make sure that you actually ask questions.
Yeah, 100%. Right, please interrupt. Please interrupt.
So let's start now. If there's any questions actually before me and Lassie get off stage, ask them now. We'll be on and off, I think, a little bit more, but...
Yeah, here we go.
Go ahead.
Hi, thanks for that. My question is, how is Loudspring perhaps making a difference not only in Europe but in Africa? Do you guys have anything going on there? Thanks.
You're welcome.
Maybe I start. Or I mean, we used to. Lassie's on the board of NOCAT that actually has a majority of its operations right now, I would say, in Africa, in the African continent.
Well, probably our most valuable asset at the moment is a stake in a company called NOCAT that is delivering distributed energy systems to to Zambia and many countries in Africa. And Vesa Korhonen, the founder, is a really, really busy man, and he didn't make it here last year, but he is coming tonight.
He has promised he's coming.
I want
for
you to
questions.
give him a rock star reception when he comes, because he is busy electrifying Africa, you know, and
Yeah.
really making a difference.
Yeah, I think they now have offices in like 3-4 countries on the African continent. So yeah.
Also, the Ernst & Young Entrepreneur of the Year, I believe.
Yeah, he was
as well.
just a week ago. He was
a rock star.
Yeah.
Yeah.